Yeah, sorry about that. Anyone who was locked in live, don't know what happened, just the Wi-Fi turned off. It was still connected, it just had, you know, when it's got that weird little exclamation mark next to your Wi-Fi, basically saying no bueno. Turn the Wi-Fi off, back on again, perfect. What can I say? Windows, people, Windows. I still hate this PC, by the way. Apple, please make us a proper Mac Pro. I never had any problems with them. That was a nice long track before, wasn't it? That Sharky Revolution mix. I never used to play that mix, so I thought we'd have a little play. It's 180 BPM, pretty fast for back in the day. And you could definitely listen to that track. That was at the tail end of Sharky doing happy hardcore, and you could really hear where the freeform influences were coming in. So I really don't think you can argue that Sharky is one of the biggest pioneers of the freeform sound. So I even remember listening to his first CD on Bonkers, when it was happy hardcore, but there was something about it that was a little bit that little bit more deeper than Hicksy's mix. And that was real the start of freeform for me. But yeah, to the point, it's nice that track was long because it gave me a chance to post on all the social medias that we're live on air. So if you're on Twitter, Instagram or Facebook, please go on, look at my latest post advertising this show. Give it a like, comment and share. Help boost, get those numbers up there. Appreciate the support as always, guys.
and it's the way you make me feel. Yeah, love and devotion. Yeah, think of you and I know your love is real. I miss your emotion. Take me to heaven with the way you make me feel. Love and devotion. Love and devotion. Yeah. Think of you and I know your love is real. I miss your emotion. Take me to heaven with the way you make me feel. And it's the way you make me feel. Yeah. Love and devotion. Yeah. Take me to heaven.
Down the brick building, that is what your neck fumbling. You wanna call me, you need a whole army. I'm like a cat, but you can call me a tiger. Cause I'm going out like a maniac. Down the brick building, that is what your neck fumbling. You wanna call me, you need a whole army. I'm like a cat, but you can call me a tiger. Cause I'm going out like a maniac. Down the brick building, that is what your neck fumbling. You wanna call me, you need a whole army. I'm like a cat, but you can call me a tiger. So I'm feeling back, I will never drop.
I think of you and I know your love is real. I miss your emotion. Take me to heaven with the way you make me feel. Love and devotion. Love and devotion. Yeah. Think of you and I know your love is real. I miss your emotion. Take me to heaven with the way you make me feel. Love and devotion. Love and devotion. Yeah.
pull the trigger, boy, the things got ill. Pull the trigger, boy, the things got ill.
Kind of hard to make things work. Saying love is true leaves no chance to turn. No lies, tell me what is real. This has got to be something that you feel. Hold on and give me what you got. All of you fulfill my empty spot. Just trust that we can work it
Philly Alex, shout out to the bit donation man, just caught that one on the screen. Thanks for the support.
guaranteed. It will take you to the dawn. If you want to see my love is guaranteed. It will take you to the headline.
So many great hardcore beats here on vinyl.
My love is guaranteed.
A couple of these I have already got, they're duplicates,
If you want to see my love is guaranteed.
but it's fun to play them anyway, isn't it? I haven't heard this one in years. Trixie.
Love is guaranteed.
shout out if you know this one in the background. Another Trixie track. The flip side of Hold On, the track you heard 2 tracks ago. This was the one I meant to play, but they had it pressed up the wrong way round. We used to get a lot of that back in the day, where it said, you know, one track was on one side and another track was on the label side. It was always the other way round. I'm sure somebody, like, you know, in a factory dropped a box of records and was like looking at them and going, I could play them and figure it out, or I've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. I remember talking about this track in the background with Corey Code Black a good few years ago, because he did a re-edit of this, where it was like a remake really, but a hardstyle version of it. Remade all the parts himself, got the vocals re-sung, and made it as an edit for Climax. And I was actually there, I was doing a Q-Dance radio there that night, and when he played this, I was like, obviously because Corey comes from a hardcore background as well, like myself, like that UK hardcore sound, and as soon as I heard a remake of this, it's like spine tingling. Trust me, this is awesome.
It's DJ Kutski in the mix.
Okay, I think that's all the vinyl that I brought upstairs when I was going through the hard trance. I pulled a few hardcore tracks out, but fear not. Watch this space.
You can make the sun turn purple. You can make the sea turn turtle. But you know you could never make me love you more. You can turn wine into water, turn sadness into laughter.
just got a text off my girlfriend. She was watching the stream. She likes this one. But who doesn't? I've actually got this already on vinyl, but I've got a different pressing of it. So just from a collector's standpoint, I've now got the green release on Stip Records. I think the original I had was on Rotterdam Records. Now I've got both. Cheers, Phil York. Let's go in for the classics.
DJ Kutski in the mix.
If I run and I fall
I'm not actually sure what this is, but I think I know what it is, and that's why I've played it.
You know I'm watching your colors keep flashing. I look through your eyes.
Yep.
Raise for waiting. I know when you're going to be by my side. Baby's for wanting your blue is the color and yellow is love. Black is the color of light when you're lying with me. Are you ready to fly? Let me leave the world behind. Baby, baby, are you ready to fly? Together we'll reach for the sky.
Not sure about the mix down on this track. Them hi-hats are a little bit aggressive, aren't they? Did someone lean on the mixing desk and just turn them really loud and forget to turn it back down again and no one wanted to question them?
So I'm wondering your colors keep flashing. I look through your eyes. Baby's for waiting. I know when you're going to be by my side. So I'm wondering your colors keep flashing. I look through your eyes. Baby's for waiting. I know when you're going to be by my side. Are you ready to fly? Let me leave the world behind. Baby, baby, are you ready to fly? Together we'll reach for the sky.
Funny because when I first listened to these tracks, I didn't know anything about production. I just liked the music or not. And now listening back to it, to hear the difference in it, it's really quite incredible. Like that last track, like no disrespect if the original artist listening, but it's like the production was so rough on that. I wouldn't play that out in a club because it just sounded really muddy and washy and nothing really stood out. And then this in the background is a Triple J remix. Everything Triple J did was brilliant. Not just because they were amazing tracks, But the production on the music was amazing as well. And then just to hear, I don't know how well it's coming across, like if you're listening on your phone maybe, and it's like obviously being brought through the internet as well. But just the quality of the production of the music, just from a nerdy standpoint, pretty interesting. I used to wonder why some records were just like really difficult to mix. I was like, well, you know, surely if they've all just got beats, then they should, you know, all mix together if the BPMs are the same. But some were really tricky, and it's just because the production was so shaky. It's like, you know, the kicks weren't EQ'd properly, the percussion wasn't balanced right. So, you know, even when you just listen, when you're trying to layer one track over the other, one track's all nice and tidy, and the other's doing stuff everywhere. And that was why some of these all vinyl tracks, you know, when you mix one into another, sometimes they just don't sound great. I mean, listen to that. Weighty at the bottom end, clean, not overproduced at the top. Just a crisp, round, fat sound. Shout out Triple J.
dawn. Back with a rhythmic bass line on a new track, kicking strong, coming on all night long. Wax music makes you feel like jumping till the motherfucking break of dawn.
Okay, musically, I don't want to go backwards now, so I'm dipping in and out of Phil's old vinyl and my old vinyl. Winding it up with a bit of the rougher Dutch sound. All those little CD bundles that I was trying to sell, gone. All gone now. Don't worry though. I'll put something else together. I have got some CDs that I'm going to put online later. I was hoping to get back in time, so I had something for you on tonight's stream. I've got a bunch of hardcore underground albums, only about 8 of them, so I'm going to flip them a tenner a pop. If you're interested, I'll sign each one for you if you want, or not, if you don't want me to ruin the artwork. But yeah, I didn't have a chance to do anything before I got in, literally, other than take my jeans off and put a pair of shorts on. That was it. So I'll post that on the Discord group later this evening. And then I'll post the link on all the other socials and stream next week. So if someone wants to post a link to the Discord in the chat now, that'll be cool. It's worth checking out. Cool place to hang out with like-minded ravers, talk crap. Lots of different forums on there for all different styles. We've even got a memes one that's pretty active. I like that. It makes me feel happy. When I'm having a bad day, I just go and read the memes on the Keeping the Rave Alive Discord. Shout out Flintster08 for posting the link. Big up.
all my hardcore fans be damned. Here we start the hardcore talk, baby, don't leave me alone.
Don't leave me alone, 'cause I need you so, never want to let you go. Don't leave me alone, I would die without your love right by my side.
Keep the bass on like this.
Don't leave me alone, 'cause I need you so, never want to let you go. Don't leave me alone, I would die without your love right by my
Okay, it's time for my standard sales pitch for the Amazon Prime subscriptions through Twitch, the Twitch Prime, whatever you want to call it. I know for the regulars it must get a bit monotonous this, but you'd be surprised because every time I mention it and I explain the situation, a lot of people do sign up for it. So if you don't know, basically if you're on Twitch and you have an Amazon Prime membership, you get one free Twitch Prime subscription each month. It costs you no money and and you can choose which channel that goes to. The Amazon people give the money to that channel, costs you no money, it's all good. That money that I have from the Twitch Prime subscriptions, it's not much, but it does help buy more equipment like the fancy 4K web cameras.
Everybody needs a little time away. I heard it say from each other. Even lovers need a holiday. Far away from each other. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to stay.
So if you are on Amazon Prime and you want to hook that up to your Twitch, get a Twitch Prime subscription, kick it over to me. I would appreciate that very much. Only takes a few seconds. Like I said, fancy 4K web cameras, little boxes like this to switch. Although this was actually a donation. I was trying to save up enough money to get this, but somebody said they had a spare one, so big up. But do you want to see something really cool? See my laptop screen there? Oh, we're living in the future now, people. Obviously, there's not a lot of action going on that at the moment because I'm playing vinyl. But the idea is I'm going to be able to cut a little bit out the screen and have that up there somewhere over the top so you'll be able to see what's going on the laptop screen. And if I need to, I'll be able to switch to the full laptop screen as well. Pretty smart, isn't it? Okay, up next I want to play something that's a bit of a curiosity that I found in the pile of vinyl. Let me show you the sleeve. So this is an album that I had on CD called Off Your Nut. And it was a mix CD. Who was it mixed by? It was mixed by Brisk, DJ Sai, DJ Ramos. And normally, when you got an album, it's like the mix CD is obviously mixed by a DJ, a continuous DJ mix. But when they did the vinyl counterpart, it kind of adds maybe 2 tracks on each side of the vinyl, but they were the full length mix. So you could buy, if you like the album, you could buy it and get a bunch of tracks from it. I was just looking at the grooves on this and I was thinking the grooves aren't separated between the tracks. And it's a continuous DJ mix on vinyl. So I'm not really sure what the point of that is, if I'm totally honest. And the thing is, I don't know if you know much about how you press vinyl. I think it's like if you're playing it 33 RPM, there's like a limited, I think you can get up to like 9 minutes or 12 minutes or something. And it's like 7 minutes if it's on 45. And anything after that, the quality starts degrading because the grooves have to be closer together and then they can't be as deep into the record, which means they're not as loud. This I've got cranked up twice as loud as any other record that I've played tonight. And it's really flat, isn't it? So I don't know whether the idea was if you had a turntable at home instead of a CD player, you could put this on and listen to it, although it'd be worse sound quality. The only thing that I can think is you could buy this and play one side of the record that's probably going to last about 30 minutes. If you need to take a pee in a club, I can think that's the only purpose. It's a real weird one, this. I'm gonna text Phil after and ask him if he bought it thinking that he was going to get all the tracks that are listed on it, and then got it home and realised it was a pre-mixed thing and never touched it again because there's not a mark on the records. It's a really bizarre thing. I'd love to know what the thinking behind it is. But I can let this play and we can do an unboxing because I've got some cool stuff that I had to pick up on the way home, and I'll open it so you guys can see it with me as well. And I'll hope that I haven't forgot about some porn that I ordered or something like that. That'll be really embarrassing, wouldn't it? Right, hold with me 2 seconds while I go and grab some. Nixie, you say a 30-minute pee. Have you ever tried to get to a toilet in a nightclub? It's not as easy as just like me going into the bathroom. It's like the room over. It's like trying to fight your way through people. And I suppose back in the day, back then, it's like the selfie thing wasn't a thing, but it's like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you know, if you're like rushing to get somewhere and everyone's going, oh, can we get a picture? Can we get a picture? And it's like, I have absolutely no problem with that. And then they're like, oh man, the camera's not working. Hang on, the flash wasn't on. And you end up like 10 minutes with each person, and it's like, you know, I've got 15 minutes between sets. I'm supposed to be playing a second set in the other room, man. It's like, you know, the next DJ is going to be pissed. Like, so yeah, a 30-minute record, then would be a big help. Anyway, I'm going to go and get that box.
It's DJ Kutski in the mix.
Technically, it's not DJ Kutski in the mix, it's DJ Ramos in the mix, but I'll just pass it off as me. Okay, the first one, I came in the house and I just saw it on the floor and I was like, I wanted to open it, so you didn't get an unboxing on this. Sega Bass Fishing for the PlayStation 2, people, that's what we're talking about. I used to love that game. If you missed any of the previous streams, you'll know that I kind of got a real hard-on for the PlayStation 2 at the moment. I wanted to play Outrun again, and then my PlayStation wouldn't play properly. So I had to go and get a second-hand one. It cost me like 30 quid. And it plays. Okay, now it works. So then I was thinking, what games can I get? Go on eBay, they're all like 2 quid each. And I can't remember what this one is in the box, so we'll open this now. Do an unboxing. Yes, Crazy Taxi. But I'm hoping that it's not on a blue disc, because I've got a problem with blue discs. Damn it. So basically, my old PlayStation, it wouldn't play games. Like, it was like taking like 30 minutes to load them up. So I was like, yeah, can't be doing with it anymore. I'll just go and buy another one. So I went out and bought a Slim. Cleaned it all up, got it all running, plugged it all in at home, and it works fine. Then I went to play, can't remember which game it was. I went to play one game, wouldn't load, and I was like, oh, here we go again. I noticed it had a blue disc, like blue surface underneath it, and apparently they're the ones that were on CD-ROMs. but they had blue dye on them. And then the ones that were silver were DVDs. So it plays the DVDs fine, which is most of the games, but some of the really early games, or the smaller games, got the blue discs. No bueno. Then I thought, well, I'll just try one of them on my old PlayStation, the big fat one that I had from back in the day. That plays the blue ones. So now I'm in a position where I've got two PlayStation 2s, one that'll play the blue games and one that'll play the silver games. Nixie saying that it's just the lasers that need tweaking. Maybe so, my friend, but I don't know what I'm doing. So if you can let me know if it's an easy job or something to do. I mean, I was like looking online, and it's like you can get replacement lasers and stuff like that. You know, it doesn't look like, I'm sure it's not a difficult job to fit them, but it's like they're only like £2 or £3. But I thought, all that pissing around, if I can just get one that works, maybe I'll just buy a second-hand one again, see if I can get a third time lucky or something. Nixie, let me know. So yeah, that's adjusting the laser. You sure that's going to work? I'm not sure about that, because I even tried turning the the new one that I got, the Slim, plays fine with the silver discs, all good, and it makes horrible noise when it tries to load the blue ones. And then I turned it upside down and it made a really horrible grinding noise, and I was like, uh-oh, and then it loaded it, okay. So turning it upside down works, which I had that problem with a PlayStation 1 back in the day, because Sony makes shitty lasers. So yeah, Nixie, hit me up on Twitter or something, man. Let me know what I'm doing. Otherwise, I will just poke the laser with a screwdriver until it doesn't work. Okay, what's next up? An Elgato HD capture card. And you may be thinking, why have you bought a capture card again? Because you've just bought one. I bought a fancy one that goes like a PCI one that goes inside the PC, which does all the onboard processing, so it takes away the power from the... So it's not taking away the power from the CPU, sorry. So that's that way you'll be able to see what's going on with the laptop, like, you know, whenever I'm doing stuff. And this bit you'll be able to see, like, obviously because I'm playing vinyl, that's not got any action, but that's normally where you get the spinning disc thing.
3 billion human lives and...
So I was thinking it'd be nice to get one that I could put all my old games consoles in to stream them, and it turns out that the very first Elgato capture card that they did had an analog in, so you can plug in your PlayStation 2, your Super Nintendo, your Neo Geo, your Mega Drive. You could plug all of them in and stream it. All the new ones that they do, they don't work because it only has digital input, HDMI, whereas this one's got HDMI, but it's also got a breakout to do analog stuff. So I was thinking, you know what, if I'm going to be doing all this hooking up my PlayStation to play it and that, I thought, well, I may as well get a capture card and then I can stream it as well on the second channel. So that's my plan this weekend, to have a little play around with that type of thing. So if you want to add me on there, John Kutski Gaming, JOHN KUTSKI GAMING. Basically just the same channel name as this, John Kutski, but with gaming at the end. Makes sense, doesn't it? So I managed to get that off eBay for 50 quid, which I was pretty happy with, because if I'd have bought a new one, it would have been like 150. I'd always rather have a new one than a second-hand one, but like I said, none of them... If I bought a new one, I'd only be able to do like PlayStation 4, which you can stream from anyway, so no big deal. And what else have we got? This is a very self-indulgent purchase. But like I said, I've been mad, hectic, busy over the last few weeks. Certainly the last 7 days. Up and down the country. Been like down to the south coast, up to Scotland, over to Ireland. Planes, trains, long drives. I got caught speeding as well, that sucks. So I've got another 3 points on my licence. And then I need to send me driver's licence off for that. But I needed me driver's licence because I was going to Ireland and I haven't got my passport at the moment because I'm renewing my American visa. And then I need to send off my driver's license to get the points, but I needed my driver's license as ID to pick up my passport. So this is the nightmare that I've been dealing with in and out of gigs, studio, writing stuff, doing the Keeping the Rave Alive podcast and doing the streaming as well. So I was like, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to buy myself something cool. And then I saw this in the shop, which I'm very happy with. You know, I collect them stupid little amiibos, them little Nintendo figures. And I've kind of got a soft spot now because PlayStation are doing them. I saw this in the shop. I saw them on eBay first, actually, and they were selling for like 50 quid, and I was like, I'm not paying 50 quid for a little figure. And I just saw it in game for $12.99, and I had 2 quid on my points card as well, so it was only a cheeky tenner. I was like, buy myself something to cheer myself up. It's been a great week so far, but it's also been a rough week, like I said. Not much sleep, a lot of travelling, more points on my licence, fines, all that bullshit to deal with. So, enough suspense. A gold Crash Bandicoot. Not just the normal one, there's a normal Crash one. I've seen that in shops quite a bit, but the limited edition gold one. I bet they turn up being everywhere and they're really easy to get hold of, but it makes me feel special. Jordan Suckley, I was telling him about it, and he hit the nail on the head where he said it's like, you know when you get a sticker album and you get a shiny? And he was like, basically, he goes, you've got the Crash Bandicoot Ian Rush. But I think I can take it out of this box. Get a better look now. It's alright, don't panic, I'm not taking it out the box. That's just like a cardboard box, it wasn't even sealed, it can go back in and you'd never know it was opened. Although saying that, I'm not a fan of not opening stuff. I think toys are meant to be played with. The only thing that made me change my mind is because I've been buying loads of them little Nintendo amiibo fellas, and I just opened them because I was like, I want to get them out of the box and mess with them and have a little look at them. And I've got I must have about 30 of them now. And then I went round to one of my friends' houses in America, and he had kept them in the box, and he had them all on a wall like that. So there's just tons of rows of them, and obviously you've got a little hole at the top. I was thinking that looks really cool, and I was gutted that I opened all of mine then. So I'm not playing that game with the amiibos because I've already started opening them, but I've got a couple of these PlayStation ones, and I've not opened any of them yet. So I'm thinking these, when I move into the new place, these can be the ones that go on the wall in the studio. So imagine a whole row of them where you can look at them in the nice little plastic containers. It'd be pretty cool. And then all my Nintendo ones I can put on a shelf or something. My girlfriend looks at me when I'm getting these things and she's like, yeah, it's really cool. We're moving into an apartment, So she's going to have a little tiny wardrobe, to put 3 dresses and underwear. And the rest of the house is going to be taken over with me and my little plastic Nintendo figures. There, look, no panic, all back together, all good. Oh, the other thing that I did, this is how manic I've been, is the only time that I've had a bit of a break is when I was on the flight. But I spent the time on the flight making, them intro and outro cards for the Switch. Not for the Switch, for... Not Discord, what's it called? Twitch. That'll be it, somewhere in the middle. Like I said, it's been a long day. So now, I'm always panicking when it's 7 o'clock and I'm still getting a few things sorted out and I'm trying to get it all going. Now I've sorted it where I can go live at 7 and just have some music playing in the background, so it'll be like this. And considering I don't know anything about Photoshop or stuff like that, I'm pretty impressed with my work there. I think it's pretty smart. And then I've got one for the outro as well, pretty much the same thing, which you will be seeing very shortly because it's time for me to go get some food. I've been joking for a while that I've got an emergency pizza. It's like a really nice frozen pizza, and I'm on a health kick at the moment, and it's like, so it's been in there for about 3 months now, and I look at it with pride going like, I'm not going to eat you, like, you know, I'm going to, you know, have some like chicken and rice or something. It's 9 o'clock at night. I haven't slept in days. I'm going to eat that pizza. I can't be bothered going out. There's no supermarkets open now. I'm not going down the 24-hour Asda because I'll probably get stabbed in the car park. It's frozen pizza time. So yeah, if you're lucky, I might post a picture of it online. So yeah, all jokes aside, sorry if this stream has been a little bit flaky tonight. Like I said, it's been a manic day, a manic week. But I didn't want to let you down by bailing on the stream. I did feel like just putting my feet up and having a beer at home, to be honest. But I'm determined to make this Twitch thing work. So thanks for joining me again. I will be back on when I'll be back Tuesday. That's what it's about next week. Tuesday, but not Thursday, because I've got some personal stuff on Thursday. But yeah, back on Tuesday, and over the weekend I'm going to try and sort out some of that vinyl. So maybe we'll do the first hour like a normal stream from the laptop. Second hour, I'll play some tunes on vinyl that I will then put up for auction during the show. So if you like your vinyl, that'll be something for you to tune into next week, next Tuesday. So thanks as always for joining me. If you need more beats going up at midnight, you can get the Keeping the Rave Alive podcast. That'll keep you going through the weekend, and I will see you after then. So yeah, if I don't see you out and about raving this weekend, have a good one. Thanks for joining me. It's Kutski signing out. Keep the rave alive.
Keeping the rave alive.